It is time for package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the 3G phone game JXD S5800. Alright, so what are we going to get with the JXD for the people who have no clue what it is? So this is a combination of in this case a phone, an Android device, and we have in controls. So nevertheless we can play some retro games and Android games on this device, and that makes this thing very special. At the back we can see some specification of the product itself. So we're going to zoom in a little bit and let's see what we're going to get. Alright, so what are we going to get if it comes to the specification? This thing is running on Android 4.2. It's a little bit old and a little bit of a bummer. It has a Cortex A7 CPU inside, 1GB of DDR2 RAM and 8GB eMMC flash drive or flash storage. Alright, we're having a screen of 960 by 540. We're having 3G and we have a Wi-Fi option. So, but what I'm very curious about is more like what can we run on this device and how is the screen looking. Alright, so this thing has a 5-inch screen IPS, so that is very nice and I'm very curious how it's going to look. But what is really funny that it says here 1GB of DDR2 and here says 1GB DDR3. So, make up your mind. What's the internal storage? Is even 1GB and I'm guessing it's DDR2. Even they messed it up with the packaging. Alright, so what are we going to get? We're going to get crappy headphones. We're having a micro USB cable. I'm guessing this is more if you want to use an extra controller. We're having this adapter. And we have the user manual with some basic explanations. The power supply. Whatever. And here we have the system itself. It looks quite nice. It feels quite heavy. Alright, so let's do a little bit of overview of the device itself. Ooh. I just wanted to give you a quick look to the CPU itself. As you can see, it's a MediaTek MT 6582. It's a Cortex A7 that is running on 3000 MHz. Or in other words, we have a quad core. So, pretty smooth. And again, I wanted to check what kind of screen we're having because I didn't believe the box anymore. So we're having a 960 by 540 pixels. We're having a Mali 400MP inside and the refresh rate is 60 Hz. Alright, so let's take a close look at the device itself. So first of all, we're having two analog sticks over here. They feel quite nice. And a little bit of rubbery compound at the top. The D-pad is funny to say, it's a very good D-pad. It feels a little bit sturdy, but it's something we're going to try with some fighting games to see how it plays. We're having all the buttons that you can find, for example, with the bigger models. Let's see, we're having home button. This is for controller configuration. Going back, start select, and here we have the button for going into the menu of the apps. At the top we're finding 4 shoulder buttons. That's very convenient when you're holding it. We have extra buttons over here. Micro USB, and we having here the headphone jack. So the on and off switch over here. Volume control. And at the back there is basically almost nothing. We're having a camera, just a low quality pixel camera, nothing special. Keep in mind it's an older piece of hardware, so this cannot be compared with the cameras we have on our phones nowadays. So there's no HDMI output, just wanted to say. Some models of the JXD have this, but this doesn't have it. Alright, let's power it on. Already powered it on, naughty. So the first thing noticing, it's indeed an IPS screen. If you look at the screen itself, the view angle is very nice. It is a very beautiful screen. So when powering on, I did an update of the store itself and it is very convenient because we can still use the original Play Store. That is something that is not always very common on these Chinese portable systems. So it's an older Android version, so keep in mind when you're going on the store, yeah, it's highly possible a lot of games will not work. So this is more like for the basic Android games. Alright, so let's play Zen Pinball and I'm going to show you how it runs. Alright, the first thing that I already noticed with this device, I have two speakers at the front and only the right one is working. This is really a bit of a bummer. So it's a refurbished product. I can see it from many little things. I just wanted to show you how fast this thing loads up and how does the Zen Pinball play on this device. Even if one speaker is working, it's very loud. So what you can see, we can play Zen Pinball very smooth. And feels quite comfortable when playing this game. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is beautiful. It's beautiful if it comes to the quality of the screen. Alright, let's flip it over and let's see how fast it's doing this. We're having the problems with the controller, but you're getting the point. Maybe I can play like this. Yes, I can play like this. So we can just use the touch screen if you want to. Alright, so if you want to browse the YouTube and just want to, let's say, watch some videos, it's just no problem at all. It's a beautiful screen. And even with one speaker, it's pretty loud. So I'm very curious how my voice is going to sound on this device. Because I did notice with some of these models, voices are not the best.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. So today's
Right, so that's really funny that it works like a charm.
Golden Sky.
I did notice with some of the emulators that the sound is a little bit strange. But I just wanted to show you, if you want to play retro games on this device, it's capable of. It's not a problem at all. Keep in mind, it's an older hardware, so if you want to play high-end like Sega Dreamcast, PSP, this is going to be a problem. But works like a charm. The D-pad plays very well for adventure games. The sound is pretty awful. I don't know if it's an emulator or it's the single speaker, but still. Alright, let's run, Sonic, go, 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 go. So if you're interested or play N64, keep in mind, emulation is still an issue on many of these portable systems, but it runs quite some games very well. Very curious how this D-pad is going to respond. Of course I need to press the right button while getting the chance. So if it comes to fighting games, the D-pad is great. Right. No power left. And if you want to play PlayStation 1, that is not a problem at all. And for the people who were asking, can you play PSP games on this device? No, you can't, because this thing is not powerful enough. So what do I think of the JXD S5800? I just wanted to pick it up because a lot of you were talking about it, that it was a pretty decent product. Still nowadays it's a very good product, but if you look at the specifications and what you can do with it, I don't know. There are so many options out there nowadays that can play basically retro games. An old Android version, I don't know if you can root it and upgrade it to a latest version, because this old Android version just basically keeps you away from the newer games. Beside the point, it's going to even run them. For example, if you want to play Call of Duty, if you get this thing working on the device, I highly doubt it that it's going to work very well. So I think this device, if you just want to browse the internet, do a little bit of a YouTubing and play some retro games, that's a pretty decent product. But again, it's old and most of the time it's not very cheap. I want to know from you, what do you think of this? Well, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell and become one of the Wicked family. And it would be great to see you in the next video.